Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 4 of Budget Let's Play Inc. I think it's episode 4. I do this all the time. I forget which episode we're on. But as far as I'm aware, we are pretty close to the end of the game actually, which maybe it's good news for some of you, maybe it's bad news for others. But for me it's a bit of a mixed blessing, I really enjoyed this game. And I really enjoyed playing it on screen, so I'll be sad that it's over, but I'll also be excited to try new content. Oh goodness, I think I looked it up because I felt like we were getting near the end and I wanted to maybe do my best to arrange the episodes the right way in my mind. I looked up, I think there's another 8 levels including this one, so this level plus 7, which, unless I get stuck like I did last time, means there's probably not more than one episode left in this series, which means I'm gonna have to start asking myself some questions about, am I going to continue playing platformers? Maybe I'll crack out Super Meat Boy. I have it in my library but I never played it, so maybe I'll break that out and run that for the next series. Maybe I'll do an entire, I'll dedicate at least some part of my channel to platformers. Because I actually found I don't really enjoy playing platformers on my own, but when I feel like I have an audience, I found them much more enjoyable. Because I have to not only think of interesting things to say, but I have to play at a competent level to keep the interest. You have to be interesting in two ways to make sure people are watching, and I think for some strange reason that made it more enjoyable for me, and I can't explain it. I don't think I have a corollary experience. I don't think there's anything I can describe that maybe you would experience outside doing this that would be the same. And right now I'm making friends with the spikes, so that's something we can cross off our bucket list. Our ink bucket list. Oh, good joke. Let's see. Okay, and we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Oh, fiddlesticks. We'll do it. We'll get there in the end. Ugh. What a dirty, dirty level. The game designer should be very proud of himself, though, for making a game. Now, I don't know how many people worked on this, but, I'm going to assume that this is like a 1 to 2 man job. Because it seems like the kind of thing that a 1 to 2 man job could pull off pretty easily. But the guy who made this, or girl, I guess, I shouldn't presume to know things I don't. The person who made this did a very good job. So I did a little more thinking about some of the things I talked about last episode. I think maybe we will sort of combine or mesh together review content and let's plays for small games like this, but still do sort of wholesale standalone review content or maybe larger experiences. And even more further thinking I did was maybe I'll just roll all of those into maybe one kind of generic thing where I give my thoughts on games as I play them, and I talk about the things I like, I talk about the things I don't like. But see, I think while there's an advantage in that, I incentivize people to watch all my content because I spread my opinions out, I don't give people a way to easily find the information they're looking for, which is like my verdict on a game or a thing. So I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Should I kind of do every piece of content as a sort of larger let's play, or should I should I compartmentalize things a little bit? I'll do, you know, a review as a separate video while still giving my thoughts about a video, or should I just only give my thoughts on a game in a video? I think there's some value in having a discussion about what's a good option there. Wow, I thought there would be a wall there to block that bullet that came at me, but the game decided that no, there is not a wall there. In fact, you were just a pawn in the paint machine. Ooh, that was a complex little bit of maneuvering that I failed to do. So I need to go under this. I don't think, yeah, there's no way you go over it. And jump, and there we go. I'm pretty sure I'm hitting the end of this game pretty soon, just based on what little information I've gathered. And I've noticed that some levels I pull off, you know, instantaneously with no issues, and then other levels, well, it's Struggle City, dude. I just, you know, I just can't manage some of these levels. I've noticed a theme though. They're definitely reusing some of the old levels with increased challenges, which, you know, I talked about this a little bit last episode. I think that's a great way to sort of get more out of your development budget, is to take a level and then make another version of it. I think they did that in Super Meat Boy. I don't know. I never actually played the game, which is why after enjoying this game so much, I'm considering doing a Super Meat Boy playthrough. Although, you know, there's a lot that entails with a Super Meat Boy playthrough, because you can get stuck presumably for hours on some of the levels in Super Meat Boy, and it can depend, you know, on the character you use. I did a little bit of research. I don't want to go into a game like that completely blind. I think that would be a mistake on my part. I have to know what I'm getting into. I have to know the scope of the content I'm trying to produce. I'm going to be doing, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a casual playthrough. And that's it. I'm not going to try and do speed runs. I'm not going to try and do the game at a certain speed. I might even experiment with doing, you know, cuts where I cut in my runs doing the level and I skip all the failures. But then I feel like I'm denying you content too, because I would have to maybe do voiceovers and trim what I talked about, and then I can't just have this sort of stream of consciousness that maybe some people really enjoy, maybe some people don't. But I think the stream of consciousness type thing is what I'm sort of shaping up to be good at. Like I've completed a few of these levels, almost non-stop talking now, and all of it, it's not all worthless things that I'm talking about. You know, some of it has value, some of it is just dumb and silly, and some of it is interesting. Hi guys, sorry about that. I had to put a little bit of a cut in the video because someone rang my doorbell and my doggos ran out of my house, and I had to run down the street to get them to come back home. So, you know, like I said, regular and intermittent interruptions to the recording capabilities and qualities, but we'll get there in the end. Eventually I will be able to work my way around all these issues. Like I said, right now I think my emphasis right now is on choosing a direction for the channel and for getting the quality of the videos and the branding and everything just as high as possible before I try and go for, you know, for strong growth. That's probably, you know, it's part of the reason why I'm playing these maybe a little bit less popular games, a little less well known. Maybe they wouldn't drive as much views in any way, because it's me and the few viewers I have right now sort of building the experience right now. This is a cooperative thing. A lot of you guys have been giving me some great feedback, not only on the gameplay, but I've gotten a few, you know, private messages and even a couple of tweets, like DMs on Twitter, from people, you know, giving me feedback and letting me know what they like and what they don't like about the channel so far. And I think today, which is probably a different day for you guys, but we're not gonna worry too hard about dates and stuff. But sometime soon, the branding of the channel is the first iteration of it. I'm not an artist or anything, so the stuff I'm going to pull off is going to be kind of crap. We'll be frank, it's going to be kind of crap. It's going to be, you know, subpar, and it's maybe the first iteration is going to look quite ugly, but it'll work for my purposes, you know, my purposes. Oh my goodness, this level is, it's these key levels with the two shooters that aren't synchronized are just my Achilles heel. They leave me weak. They just something about trying to time it. And there we go. Something about trying to time it. Those levels, they get me, you know? I can't do them competently. Oh my goodness, that's evil. This level is pure evil. Of the highest order. Absolutely no redeeming qualities of this level. Just designed to make you hate yourself and the game. And I did the thing that I did on the first run of the level that I should have learned not to do. But we'll get there in the end. I feel confident that I could beat this game. Wow, that was a Hail Mary shot from that other shooter. Which, well, totally took me off guard, actually. Like, super took me off guard. Yeah, I feel confident in my ability to maybe beat this game. If not in this episode, but in a normal length episode. But I might have to add like 10 minutes to this episode. Which I think adding 10 minutes to an episode is a perfectly acceptable thing to do. If it doesn't, because there probably won't be enough content for the next that's evil. Probably won't be enough content for another episode. And I don't really like the idea. Just like I don't like doing episodes that are over, 25 minutes. I don't like the idea of doing episodes that are under, 15 to 18 minutes. They feel way too short. Because I think the sweet spot, I know I've said this a few times now, but I think the sweet spot is between 24 to 28-ish minutes. Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. I don't even know how to adequately explain how that happened. But it did, it happened. And we're gonna have to live with it, that we jumped off the edge of the map at the final hurdle of it. Interesting level. I think of all the levels, and it might be a bias due to the difficulty spike, I think of all the levels and all the mechanics that have been introduced in this game, I think the key sort of unlocking mechanic combined with the shooter thing have been not only the most challenging, but my least... I actually don't like them. They just feel... I don't know, they just don't feel... They don't feel right. It feels kind of out of place. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's just because I'm struggling to beat them, and that's sort of my defense mechanism when I can't beat something, that I criticize it. Maybe that's something I do. I don't know. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel. This doesn't feel good to be killed by them. And I think here's what the problem I have with them. It doesn't feel rewarding to beat them. That's my problem with them. Yeah, it doesn't feel rewarding to beat these guys, whereas, oh my god, and it doesn't feel rewarding to get beaten by them. They just don't feel rewarding to me. I don't like the key or the homing bomb thing. It feels kind of bullshit, I don't know. Maybe I'm not even like angry about it. It feels crap. It doesn't work. I think, you know, everything up to this section of the game has been great. Everything has made sense. Everything has been wonderful. But it feels like this is almost like shoehorned in to get the death quota of the player up. That's how I feel about these mechanics. These just they don't feel good to play against or beat, in my opinion. I'm sure there's people who are going to disagree. And you know what? They have a right to disagree. Just got a Steam achievement pop up. I think I have it set so that you shouldn't see those. But I do not know for sure. Oh my god. Yeah, it just, they don't feel good. It doesn't feel... Feels like they got to the end of the whole experience. And then they couldn't think of anything that fit everything else. But they wanted to make the game hard to, like, I don't know, appeal to that market. So they kind of... They compromised what the rest of the game was about to make the game appeal to the market of, like, say, Super Meat Boy and those kind of games. Oh. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. I have some very interesting swear words that I could use, but I'm trying to keep it, you know, not PG-13 or whatever, but I don't want to be like F this, F that, F you, S this, S in my A, OMG, blah blah blah. You know, I'm trying to keep it nice and chill. Not raging. I don't think I find like people raging playing games. I think that just sends a bad message, you know? Is this the final level? Because if this is the final level, I'm gonna be kind of mad. I'm the particular pattern that I've played in to reach this point in the game is screwing me. So I'm gonna try and change up what I'm doing. I'm stuck into an efficiency loop where I'm stuck playing in a particular pattern and I need to break that pattern in order to advance. Oh! There's something I hadn't considered. You can pop those guys without going down there. Wow, that's an interesting use of game mechanics, you know? Let's just have these homing balls. These homing balls that, you know, turn in the air and chase the player. This is definitely going to be an enjoyable experience. I have to say, again, you know, I thought this game was wonderful. I thought this game was fantastic. The first, you know, 40, 50 levels were fantastic. But now this just feels kind of crap. I feel like the game experience has been spoiled somewhat by this homing ball thing. I cannot believe that just happened. That we were at the end of the level and we got screwed in the A by me pressing the wrong key. Because I am not good enough at this game yet to adequately beat it. What? My goodness. This feels like an R. This feels like a super RNG boss. Wow, yeah, it's definitely an RNG boss. Those home on you? Yeah, I'm 90% sure this is the final boss. Wow, yeah, great. I mean, this is an interesting boss, but I'm not sure I even like it. He fires out those things I don't like. He bounces around randomly. This is not something I am a huge fan of. Wow, okay. Getting the hang of the boss though. I appreciate that there is a boss fight, at least. That is somewhat challenging. I'm not sure how I feel though about games that bring their challenge from RNG. I understand that it's okay to have a little bit of challenge from RNG, and I'm a huge I do really like roguelikes, but I think relying on mechanics to give challenge instead of the random number generator to give challenge, which I feel like this boss is. Like, if this boss was not RNG, he would be pretty easy, in my opinion. I suppose there are patterns that you can learn and work around his RNG. Like what is that? How do I avoid that? There's I don't know. Certain things just isn't. Especially because he turns so fast after you hit him. It can be very difficult to... My goodness. My goodness. It can be... Yeah, this is a reasonably challenging boss. I think we're going to play this out, even if it makes the episode pretty long. Just because it is a reasonable thing to do. Wow, this is a surprisingly challenging boss. I don't like that after you hit him, he turns very rapidly for a short period of time. Alright, I've hit him 3 times. I think my maximum hit rate on him now is 3. Like that. I don't like that he like rotates very quickly for a short period of time after you hit him. Yeah, I feel like my opinion from the first few videos where I was like, this game is awesome, I love this game, it's a lot of fun. I feel like the ending has kind of spoiled the game for me in a way that I can't I don't think it's redeemable. And I don't think I'm being too harsh on the game. I think I gave it like a fair shake. But this ending, not only the boss fight, but the entire lead up to the ending, it just didn't feel good. It didn't I don't know. I think this is going to be a theme of my Let's Plays because, or even the boss constructor ending, that was super disappointing to the point where I felt like I almost have to make more videos on it to make up for how disappointing that ending was. Maybe do some exploration or something. I don't know. I think to give my verdict on this game, just as a post-credit, so on and so forth, I think it is a good game. Is it worth $5? Yeah, sure. Definitely. If you like platformers, if you're looking for a challenging platformer that you can play multiple times, the game is definitely worth $5. If you're just a casual player, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if this is worth being a part of the Budget Games Hall of Fame, you know? I mean, I didn't finish the game because I still haven't unlocked all the little heart pieces, but I don't know. Here's my verdict. I think this is a wonderful little game. It's brilliant up until about somewhere between level 50 and 60, where it just stops being as good. The first 60 levels are solid and beautiful and wonderful. Final 15 and the boss fight, they're just underwhelming. I think I'm noticing a theme here with indie games, and perhaps even a theme with games in general, that they just are struggling to make good endings to their games. Maybe that's why I usually never finish games, because I know the ending's going to be crap. But I think that's going to do it for this episode, and actually this series. And I want to just thank you for watching and listening to a lot of the rambling that went on in this series. You know, I talked a lot of random crap on the way to get here, so if you sat through all that and watched to this point, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next series. Maybe we'll come back to this game someday, probably not. But for now, that's Potato McWhiskey out, and bye bye.